Hey everybody, welcome to T-Roy Cooks. I appreciate you joining us today. Folks, we're going to do some barbecue for you today. Getting my Lone Star Grillz, a 20-inch offset fired up with some oak split on it. Bringing it up to temp right now. You may be able to see some smoke yet. You can see some smoke coming out the stack. Getting it up to temp. We've got 2 racks of baby back ribs. I got 1 rack of St. Louis ribs, and I've got some flanking style ribs or cross-cut beef short ribs. We're going to be doing all that. We'll season up here shortly. And I've got a special guest. Her and her husband are from the San Francisco area. She's got her own YouTube channel. We've been following each other for years and years, and this is the day we're going to meet. So I'm excited about that, and if she wants to get on camera, I'll introduce you to her. But they're just hanging out in Austin, vacationing, and I was like, come on over, let's cook some barbecue. So stay tuned for that. Let's go get this meat seasoned up, folks. It's going to be a great show. Hope y'all stick around.
T-Roy's chilling in the backyard grilling, cooking up some barbecue for you. T-Roy's chilling in the backyard grilling, showing you that you can cook it too. Always with the beer or whiskey, but he cooks responsibly.
Alright folks, I got my baby back ribs here, and I've got my St. Louis rib here. I've already pulled the membrane off, cleaned them, trimmed that little flap off of there. Just a rough clean, not anything competition style, of course. Let's see what I want to do here. I got several different rubs. I want to use this KosmosQ rub. This is the Killer Bee Honey Rub. I love this stuff. So let's go on the large rack with this. No binder, didn't put any binder on here. Alright, now I've got my own rub. This is it's like 60% black pepper, coarsely cracked. Kosher salt, about 40%, and then I threw in like a teaspoon of, no, probably a tablespoon of garlic powder, and probably a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Nice little blend there. Let's see if we can go on with some of this. I'm also probably going to use this on my beef ribs. That's why I mixed it up anyway, but I just wanted to try it on some pork ribs, see what it tastes like. There we go. Nothing fancy. Alright. Now, what can I put on the St. Louis ribs? I think I'm going to go with some more of this Killer Bee Honey Rub right here from KosmosQ. That's good stuff. What we're going to do, we're going to let this rub set up for about 5 minutes, and it's going to let pull some moisture out of the ribs, and it's going to start sweating, as we like to call it. Kind of get moist on the surface. And when that happens, I'm going to flip them over. I'm going to do the same on the other side. So at that point, we'll bring them out, and I'll meet y'all back out at the pit when we're ready to put them on. All right, guys, we're rocking about 260. I'm going to go between 250 and 275 for the cook today. We're about 260, and that's looking real good for me. I'm going to put these on the lower rack. There we go. Going with this salt and pepper rub first. When you're putting your meat on, squish your ribs up like that. It's a little trick I learned from my brother James, aim and claim 'em. I want you to see how this rub, I'll get it up here for you. Y'all see how that rub is kind of sweated into the meat there? That's what you're looking for. There you go. Squish them up like that tight. Make sure they're straight, because the way that you lay them, that's how they're going to cook. All right, let's get the St. Louis on there. There we go, folks, just like that. The St. Louis rack looks gorgeous. Man, it's going to be some good eating. All right, let me get these trays cleaned up, and we'll season up the beef ribs. Be right back. All right, now these are those beef ribs I was telling y'all about. See how it's got a bone here, 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 here. Now usually you can find them in the Asian market, or maybe in your grocery store, but they're really, really thin, and they're made for like stir fries and Asian cooking and stuff. I asked the butcher to cut them thick for me so I can put them on the smoker. I hadn't done anything to these, hadn't pulled the membrane off, hadn't trimmed them one bit. This is how they came from the store. I'm gonna go on first layer with some Texas beef from KosmosQ. I like this stuff, it's good stuff. I'm gonna do the same to all of these, just so you know. I'm gonna go on with my own rub. Put the salt, pepper, garlic, cayenne in. All right, let this stuff set for about 5 minutes, like we did the ribs. We'll throw them on the pit after I get these other two done. We'll check on them probably here in another hour or two and see what they're looking like. All right, we're 2 hours in, still hovering around 250, so that's cool. But 2 hours in, let's check on these. Let you take a look at the ribs here. I'd say they look mighty fine. Looking real good. I haven't spritzed them or done anything to them. I may start spritzing here. Well, I may wrap them here in another hour, but yeah, so far they're looking good. I'm not doing anything else to them. The beef ribs, of course, the beef ribs are looking really good. They're getting soft. We're gonna let her keep rocking and rolling, man. We'll check back on them about another hour. All right, guys, we're 3 hours in on the dot. It's time to make some decisions on what we're gonna do. And you gotta love this Lone Star Grill, man. Rocking 250 the entire cook. I kid you not. I've only added one stick in the 3 hours. I started out with 2 sticks, but I've only added one since the 3 hours has been in. And I just added it maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. Let's see what we got. Now what I've decided to do, I'm gonna leave the salt and pepper baby backs alone. I'm gonna let them just gather smoke and get a bark. St. Louis, we're gonna leave them alone. The baby backs that have the KosmosQ honeybee rub on there, that's what we're gonna wrap, okay? So let me get these off. I got a little foil tray over here right beside me. I don't know if y'all can see that goodness, but oh my gosh. Alright, I got some butter down here. Close that back up real quick. Close that back up real quick. So I can get you over here where y'all can see what's going on. So, I don't know if you can see. Hopefully you can. I got butter. That's salted butter down there, okay? Real butter. Let's see what else we can put on there. Going on with some brown sugar, folks. You know, actually I'm doing this backwards. I should put the brown sugar on the butter. Let me do that. It's beginning of summer. I ain't cooked ribs in a while. Don't fuss at me, James. Brother James. Alright, man, let's do this. Alright, butter going down. Then some brown sugar. Man, I almost messed up, y'all. See? I make mistakes. It's all good fun. When it's your barbecue, you do it the way you want to. You don't have to do this. But I want that that butter and that sugar on the meat side. That's why I'm doing this. That's probably enough. Now, my wife likes it a little spicy. I usually throw on some tiger sauce. I don't have any. We're using some Frank's Red Hot. Yep, Frank's Red Hot. I thought that's what I grabbed. I'm just going on with a few dabs, a few squirts. Y'all can see what I'm doing here. That's probably good. That's good. That's fine right there. Got some local honey. Use local honey. It helps with your sinuses and all your congestion and stuff. Local honey, wherever you grew up from or wherever you're living, helps with all the allergies. Get your little honey in your life, man. And that rub we're using from KosmosQ already has some honey powder in it, so I'm not crazy. I'm not going crazy with the honey. Now, we're gonna do the same thing the other side here. Here we go. I don't have butter. I used all the butter on the bottom, but I got brown sugar, a little bit of Frank's. Just give it a little pop. That's all you want. Just a little pop. Just like that. A little honey. And we're going to go meat side down. If you notice, I got the shiny side of the foil on the inside facing the meat. Let's wrap this up. I've got heavy duty aluminum foil. It's really heavy duty. If you don't have heavy duty, use double layer, okay? Wrap this up. You want it to be pretty tight. Not tight enough where the bones are going to poke through, but you want it to be pretty tight so it's not steaming or braising. It's just heated in the foil. And we're not putting any liquid in here. These ribs have, these are baby backs. They got some juice in there on their own. close up one end here. Close up the other end here. And we're going to sit these back on the pit. And then I'm going to spritz the other ones. Just like that. Get this tray out of the way. Show y'all what I got. Salt and pepper ones are over here. In fact, I can move these around a little bit so you can get a better shot. Look at that salt and pepper ones. They're looking gorgeous, man. Move these around that way like that. There we go. That way the foil's not blocking. Because you know, cameras and foil, they don't get along real well. They don't like it. Anyway, well, I got some white grape juice, folks. You can use whatever kind of fruit juice you want. I got white grape. We're going to go just spritz these. And again, 3 hours in at this point. Man, the color on this St. Louis rib is absolutely gorgeous. As was the KosmosQ rib over here. Nothing's burning up. Everything's looking really good. It's getting a nice bark on it. I'm actually going to put some of this grape juice, the white grape juice, on my beef ribs too. And I decided not to wrap the beef ribs because old T-Roy likes his bark. That's how we're going to rock and roll today. We're going to keep those wrapped for about an hour, and then we're going to unwrap them. And since they're wrapped, they'll probably cook a little quicker than the other 2 racks of ribs. And then the beef ribs are probably going to take like another 30 minutes more than the unwrapped ribs. We'll see how it goes. We'll check back on it here in about an hour. Y'all stay tuned. Folks, check this out. I got Rockin Robin in the house. I told her she has free reign over my kitchen, my pantry, my fridge.
Yep.
What are you whipping up for us, Robin?
I'm making some shrimp macaroni salad for Troy and his wife.
I'm cooking up that barbecue.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a good match.
I can't wait to try those ribs.
Rockin Robin cooks, folks. Y'all go check her out. I'll put her link up here for you, okay?
All right.
Love this guy right here. She's crazy. She's cool. She can cook. Y'all go check her out. All right, guys, we're 4 hours in. Let's check on these ribs. So these ones that are wrapped in the foil, I've had them on wrapped for about an hour. I think I need to go ahead and pull those off. Give them a check. And the other ones we need to spritz again. So let me do that real quick for you. Give these a nice spritz. Boy, they sure do look good. Still got another hour or 2 to go. And beef ribs are really looking nice. Man, just a simple salt pepper rub on there with a little bit of that KosmosQ. I think these ribs are going to be great. So are these down here. All right, let me unwrap this foil wrapped rib. Let's check it out. Let's check out these ribs and see where we're at. See if they need to go a little bit longer or if they're looking good. Well, the color's all there, I'll tell you that. Those look gorgeous. Flip them over. See what we got. Man, I need to get me some insulated gloves. These things are hot. Alright, the color is spectacular, guys. See if we can see if they probing pretty good. They are probing pretty good too. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna leave them in the foil, make like a little boat here. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna just put them back on the smoker. Let that outside kind of bark up a little bit more on there. Let them continue to cook. We'll catch y'all back here in another hour. When we're checking the other ones, we'll check these as well. See if we need to sauce them or figure out what we're gonna do with them. They should be getting pretty doggone close since these were wrapped. They're gonna cook faster than the other ones. So we'll catch y'all in about an hour. All right, we're at the 6 hour mark. Let's check on these ribs, see what they're doing. Now, these are cooking a little bit slower for some reason, even though they were wrapped in foil. Sometimes you just get those racks of ribs that are, yeah, that's getting real close. See how it's kind of breaking right there? That's what you're looking for, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and sauce this one. Check out one of these, you can't really see it, but let's check out the temp on one of these beef ribs. See where we're at here. Probing pretty doggone tender. That's what you're looking for. Yeah, those are 210, 211, so they're good. We'll pull these off. I don't know if you can see, but check out this. See that pullback on the bones right there? That's another sign that these are really, really, done. Same with these. Gorgeous. Then we need to check on these bottom ribs, the ones that are unwrapped. So they're doing. Then when you're checking ribs, folks, Robin reminded me I need to put this in video, so y'all thank Robin. When you're doing your ribs like this, see that split? That's the meat breaking up just a little bit. That's what you're looking for. Showed a little bit up there, but you can see it on these too. And this one, kind of breaking up a little bit right up under the tongue right here. That could still go a little bit longer, but I'm gonna call that one pretty doggone close right there. I'm gonna let these go just long enough for that sauce to tack up on these, and I'll pull them all off. And I'm gonna wrap these, not wrap, but tint these other ones, the beef ribs. I'm gonna tint those in foil, let those kind of rest a little bit while the barbecue sauce sets on this. Will be about 10-15 minutes. We'll pull them all off. Y'all stay tuned. We'll give them a little taste test. All right, guys, we finished eating already. Sorry I didn't bring you on and show you cutting up the meat, but this is the plate of it right here. I'll show this to you real quick. Hopefully y'all can get a nice gander of that. We got some St. Louis. Those were not sauced. We got some baby backs that were sauced. And then we had these that are just salt and pepper, no sauce. And Rockin Robin over here, she made a nice macaroni and shrimp salad. I'm gonna tell you what, folks, that's some jamming stuff right there. And we're not gonna taste it for you. We've already finished eating, like I said.
Yeah, we're stuffed. It was delicious, guys.
I just wanted Robin here to finish this video and let y'all see what we were eating.
That's right.
So thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for the macaroni salad.
You're welcome.
Thanks for the wonderful company, you and your husband.
Betcha.
Enjoyed
Anytime,
it.
you know, I tell you, it's been a treat. You know, Troy knows how to make barbecue, let me tell you. He knows how to make ribs. We enjoyed them so much. They're delicious, moist, tender, and very flavorful. So, man, they're the best. Really.
It helps to have a good offset smoker too, you know.
Yeah, it helps, but you got to know how to use it.
Gotta love the Lone Star Grill, man. Yeah, that's true. Let me sit this down, and folks, again, thank you very much for joining. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed seeing Robin join me on this collaboration video.
It's been great.
Stop by any time.
You betcha.
I'll leave the light on for you.
You betcha.
She can cook, folks. Again, check it out up here. Rockin Robin Cooks.
All right.
All right.
See
Anything
you
else?
guys. No, that's
No,
it.
we're good.
All right.
If y'all like this, thumbs up. Hope you share the video. When you do, please tell all your friends that T-Roy cooks responsibly with friends. Cheers, everybody.